Hello. As I am packing up after a day's work, it occurs to me after making that previous video, which the phone has split into two like it does annoyingly. So this will be a part 3, I guess, of, yes, darling, sacrifice of oneself to oneself. We walk in uncertainty constantly, and within the dialogue there's always that toing and throwing and, you know, the use of metaphors to try and steer our way forward, this kind of, you know, winding path. So I want to introduce a direct certainty here, and this isn't something that's just occurred to me in the last 5 minutes as a brain fart as I've been cleaning windows, but something that is always in my consciousness. Something that was only made stronger in the ayahuasca sessions that I took with Samuel Connor, actually, and that is the only certainty being death. We can be certain that one day, now this is the you know, the happy time, right? This is cheer up mode, everyone. You know, lots to look forward to here. The human race is going to die. The whole thing, all of us, everything. Eventually, this species will go extinct, and it's not just a matter of, you know, looking back through the fossil record, but just applying simple logic. Everything is transitory. Everything has to go through stages of a renewal, and we live in a, you know, a chaotic galaxy within a chaotic universe. I mean, even forgetting natural disasters here and the, you know, the threat of meteorites from without and all this kind of thing. You know, the very, you know, moving outside of the dangers of the galaxy and the galaxy cluster, and then out to the universe. I think it's quite obvious that even if, you know, through technology, which is going to be odd, isn't it? Imagine being so disconnected from one's home that we, you know, we're kind of wired in on all this technology, a little bit like the whole transhuman thing, yeah. You know, beginning again on some other planet that is similar, you know, machinery, farming communities, all that kind of thing. A little bit like that novel Dune, where eventually we might even just lose contact with our home planet. As if it isn't bad enough anyway that we ask ourselves the question, who are we? Where do we come from? But imagine that, you know, projected out towards you know, a kind of, you know, galaxy spanning empire or whatever, which is large enough without even considering the universe. Because I remember that Butterknife, Mother Ayahuasca, said that mankind would make it out into the galaxy but not beyond before our extinction. And I don't know why, I don't know what it is about that kind of makes me feel happy, just for a moment, just like a, oh, thank God. You mean the barbarity, the inhumanity, the monkey chatterings and the constant wanting and distraction, it's going to come to an end? Because it's obviously not the reason why we're here. It's obviously not the reason why we are here. Because microcosmically we all have to face our own deaths. So I think even though one can't have a, you know, an overarching definite plan, because there are many paths and everyone's different. I think we can, with certainty, raise two concrete notions. The first one being that mankind will eventually go extinct. Just wait for this car to pass. The second one being that the reason that we are here is for us to give, through the trials, tribulations and disciplines of life, through this mad test of distraction, is to become centered in on a process, not specifically, but more than likely, and in most cases most beneficially, through the use of meditation and various spiritual practices, to give birth to, at the same time as the higher resonance is reaching down, we reach up. And it's that typical analogy of the chrysalis and the butterfly and all that kind of thing, but I think it's very true. And as Mother Ayahuasca said herself, there have been great civilizations on this earth that have provided many rich souls for the harvest, because everything has its time and then it's kind of over. And we all cling on to some kind of legacy. I wouldn't bother, apart from the instinctive creative act, I wouldn't bother making music and art and all this kind of stuff and writing if I didn't want it to carry on and to have an impact, because I believe that impact is less about the immediate dispersal into the physical world and more about the resonance that it creates beyond. In other words, even in my own case, it could be viewed as being kind of selfish, this sacrifice to oneself type of existence. If this process influences and touches another human being through these various creative endeavors, then that resonance carries forward into the eternal realms, because it's obvious that all the limitations here are closely mirrored by an immediately present plane or vibration of limitlessness that we perhaps move into directly or indirectly. So it's a quick way of saying, fucking hell, we're all going to die. And it's your very resonance and vibration and your growth that echoes out into eternity. Right, I need something to eat. Yeah, I know I'm putting on weight lately. It's winter anyway. It's cold. And, too many jobs. Sometimes life gets really complicated, and one needs to apply oneself to the bullshit in order to then create an open field where we can dream and play. Okay. As usual, I've talked too long, so I'll wrap it up there. Until the next time, much love.